Salve onorevoli, siamo di nuovo qui su un nuovo episodio su Gothic 2. Nello scorso episodio ci eravamo lasciati che eravamo appena entrati in città e stavamo praticamente facendo un giro e stavamo conoscendo i nuovi abitanti. Dobbiamo trovare un modo per accedere ai quartieri altri e parlare con il lord della città, fabbricanti d'arte freccia mortale. E appunto dobbiamo vedere di diventare un cittadino. Per diventare un cittadino funzionava un po' come in Gothic 1 con le ombre, quindi dovevamo trovare dovevamo avere i voti di
Welcome
tutti
to my
gli
shop,
apprendisti
stranger.
per diventare un...
I am Basper. I craft bows and trade in furs. What brings you to Kormaris?
Dicevo, dovevamo avere i voti di tutti questi maestri per diventare un cittadino effettivo. Ora, ho sentito che qualcuno ci ha
I've heard that someone stole from you.
Who told you that? Probably Bartok, huh? Didn't he have anything better to tell you? Oh, well. Let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, he can say his prayers. I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I could only just see him leave, with my bow on his shoulder. I called the guards right away, but the lowlife ran towards the harbor, and they lost him there. I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they searched the entire harbor district, but they didn't find a thing. Those bumbling lackeys. I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I informed the guards on both city gates, and they haven't seen anyone leave with my bow. When I get my hands on that bastard...
Sto cercando lavoro.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. The last one just gave up his job 2 days ago. Do you know anything about hunting then?
Well...
I could teach you how to skin animals. I'll pay you well for every skin you bring me.
What if I want to sign on with one of the other masters?
Balderdash. Harrod and Matteo already have apprentices. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and he hasn't taken an apprentice in years. And as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. He probably couldn't even pay you. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need of an apprentice, and I pay well too. But no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all other masters from the lower part of town.
Accetterei che io presti servizio con un altro maestro.
Will I get your approval to sign up with a different master?
All right, you shall have my approval, but on one condition. Work for me, at least for a short time. That way, you can find out for yourself whether you like my craft or not. And who knows, maybe you'll end up liking it, and you'll stay with me. If you're good enough to sign on with me, you're also good enough for all others here.
Ok, cosa vuoi che accetterei? Vabbè, perché il tuo apprendista se n'è andato?
Why did your apprentice give up his job?
All he said was that it had become too dangerous out there. If you're really interested, then you can ask him yourself. His name is Bartok. He's probably hanging out near Corrigan's Tavern. Go through the underpass from the smithy, then you're headed straight for it.
Cosa vuoi che faccia?
What do you want me to do for you?
I will teach you how to skin an animal, and you will bring me, let's say, half a dozen wolf skins. Then I'll know that you have learned your trade. If it doesn't take you forever, and if the skins are in acceptable condition, I will take you on if you like. Or, you can start with one of the other masters, if that's what you really want.
About the wolfskins.
We had agreed on half a dozen, but you've still got time. Go and get those skins.
Ok. Diciamo devo raggiungere i quartieri
I need to
alti.
get into the upper quarter.
Where the paladins are? Forget it. You need to be a respected citizen here, or at least hold a decent job. As a stranger, you stand no chance of getting in.
Pensavo che la cosa comunque quantomeno ce la insegnasse gratis, non con punti abilità. Ora vediamo di continuare a parlare, magari troviamo un lavoro un po' più apportabile.
Ah, fresh face. You're not from Kormaris, are you? This is not a good time for travelers. Bandits everywhere, no work, and now the farmers have risen up too. What winds have blown you here?
Cosa sai sui paladini?
What do you know about the paladins?
Not much. They arrived by ship 2 weeks ago from the mainland. Since then, they have withdrawn to the upper end of town. Nobody here really knows exactly why they have come. Many are afraid of an attack by the orcs. I suppose, however, that they are here to quell the farmers' rebellion.
Sai qualcosa sulla ribellione contadina?
Do you know anything about the peasants' rebellion?
Rumor has it that Onar, the landowner, has hired mercenaries to keep the king's troops from breathing down his neck.
Questo lo sappiamo, qualcosa di
He was
nuovo.
probably tired of having to throw his harvest along with his livestock at paladins and militia. All we notice of this in town is that the food prices keep rising. Onar's farm lies far to the east of here. We wouldn't know if there's any fighting going on there. And if you want to know more, ask the merchants in the marketplace. They get around the island more than I do.
Sto cercando lavoro.
I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about carpentry?
The only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
And what about locks?
Well...
I'm sorry, but I can't use you if you know nothing about my trade. And I have no money to pay for an apprentice.
Allora te ne intendi di serratura?
So, you know a lot about locks.
What good is a fine chest without a fine lock? I make my own locks. That way, I can at least be sure I haven't built my chest that sturdy for nothing. A poorly made lock is easy to break. And there are plenty of thieves about in Kormaris, especially lately.
Hai già avuto un apprendista?
Have you had an apprentice before?
Yes, and not too long ago.
And what happened?
His name is Elvrich. He's my nephew. I was quite pleased with him, actually, but one day he simply didn't show up for work.
Qual è stata l'ultima volta dov'è Hendrik adesso?
Where is Elvrich now?
How would I know? He kept hanging around that filthy brothel by the harbor. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still warming the bed of some whore down there.
Qual è stata l'ultima volta che
How
l'hai
long
visto?
has it been since you saw him?
I guess it must be about 2 weeks.
Porco Giuda, non stai 2 settimane in un bordello, sempre se non diventi tu stesso una prostituta.
Have you reported that to the militia?
Of course I have. They were supposed to catch him and see to it that the lazy bones does his work. But I already regret that. He can do whatever he wants. Sooner or later he'll realize he'll get nowhere in Kormaris without a decent job.
Is that so?
Indietro. Puoi insegnarmi a scassare?
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
I don't know whether you can be trusted or not. For all I know, you might be one of those layabouts who only come to town to empty the chests of honest people. I'm not going to teach you anything before I'm convinced that you're an honest fellow.
Fine. E chiediamo di Gritta, perché chi se non mi ricorda nello scorso episodio il primo maestro ci aveva chiesto per avere la sua approvazione dovevamo praticamente riprendere 100 denari da questa signora Gritta, appunto.
Hey, you!
Sono qui per Gritta.
I've come about Gritta.
My niece? What's your business with her? This isn't about money, is it?
She owes 100 gold pieces to the merchant Matteo.
Tell me this isn't true. Ever since that little piece of work moved in with me, I've had nothing but trouble. She's in debt with practically every single merchant in town. I had to borrow 200 gold pieces from Lamar, the moneylender, just to settle her debts. And now this. Gritta should be in the house. Go ahead, ask her. But I tell you this, she doesn't have a single gold piece.
We shall see.
Ok, in casa ci ha detto quindi che possiamo parlare. Vediamo immediatamente di non usare metodi gentili. Trovare le cittadine. La casa è questa. La piazza del tempio. Questa si può aprire come porta.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Chiave giusta. Vediamo cosa dice il libro. Caccia e pede. Bestia dell'ombra. Beh, cose che avevamo già visto in Gothic 1.
What do you want, stranger? If you've come to beg, I must disappoint you. I am a poor widow. My name is Greta. Ever since my husband died, I have been running the household for my uncle Thorabin.
Come va?
How's it going?
Same as always, but I don't want to complain.
Manda Matteo.
Matteo sent me. You still owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors I ordered. That's fraud, that is. Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
Ok. Continua.
Such a good man he was. Handsome, hardworking, a gentleman of the old school. We had it all. Wealth, happiness. Sometimes we were even invited to high society events. The festivities, all the beautiful clothes and hairdos, the fine dining and civilized conversations. Everything was better back then. No one would have dared to humiliate the heart of a poor widow with such...
Facciamola continuare, magari si sfoga e poi diciamo allora I soldi.
ridiculous claims. Whatever shall I do? My pension is barely enough to make ends meet, and times are getting even rougher. One sees it everywhere. People must scrimp and save. It's been weeks since the last ship came to town. My husband was the captain of a merchant ship. Actually, he even owned the ship. From his long journeys, he always brought me presents. Exquisite fabrics from the mainland, precious spices from the southern countries.
Continua.
Most people haven't even heard of these things. But then, one day, I got the tidings that the Grita had sunk. That was the name of the ship. My husband called it that out of love for me. I wept and prayed that my husband had survived the disaster. Every day I hoped to hear from him, but all my longing was in vain. May Innes have mercy on his soul. May he rest in peace. Since that time, I have been living under these modest circumstances, and now this soulless, callous Matteo is after the last bit of my life savings. Please have mercy on a poor woman. Back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
Se eri veramente così umile come dicevi, non ti andavi a comprare sti vestiti.
Such a good man he was. Handsome, hardworking, a gentleman of the old school. We had it all.
Basta ricontinuare il
Wealth,
discorso.
happiness. Sometimes we were even invited to high the fine.
Piantala.
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
Tirala fuori il grano, sarà
Fork
peggio
over
per
the
te.
dough, or I'll slug you one.
You're nothing but a common thug. Go ahead, draw your weapon, and I'll call the guards.
Hey, you!
Why are you staring like an idiot? You won't dare to attack me anyway. Put away.
Ecco. Tutte le monete d'oro. Magari prima che si alza.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there.
No, c'è ancora.
Nothing there.
Fidati che c'è ancora da saccheggiare.
Oh man, my head.
Ottimo, dicevo. Abbiamo preso
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
Ah, vabbè, scusate, carichiamo un attimo, no? Perché mi sembrava che avessimo... Mi sembrava che mi avesse dato il corso. Ci vediamo direttamente quando siamo al punto importante, diciamo, al punto focale.
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right?
Chi era? Il coso dei banditi?
Here. We found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
Accidenti, non ci sarei mai arrivato da...
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
Ok. Lo terrò a mente. Comunque stavo camminando, signori, mi ha fermato lì, siamo qua vicino. Ora riprendiamo tutto il discorso con...
What do you want, stranger?
Sì, bla bla bla. Bla 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 bla. Piantala dove la
Cut it.
But I don't...
Non rimane che vendere la tua roba.
Then we'll simply sell a few of your togs. I'm sure you've still got a bunch of stuff in your closet.
How dare you? Uncouth lout. All right, here, take the gold.
See, that wasn't so hard.
And now will you please leave my house?
Grazie. Gentilissima. Vediamo di continuare a parlare con qualche vili, così questi episodi saranno un po' concentrati nel parlare.
Hey, you!
New in the city, huh? I'm Brian. I'm Master Harrod's apprentice.
What's it like to be the smith's apprentice?
Why do you ask? You want to be my successor?
Maybe.
Why not? I'm almost done with my apprenticeship, and then I'm gonna leave the city. But not because of Harrod. He is a good master. I've learned a lot from him.
Perché vuoi lasciare la città?
Why do you want to leave this town?
Because the people here are getting on my nerves above all the other masters. I still remember what a fuss it was getting accepted as an apprentice with Harrod. Really, every one of them jokers had something to say about it. I want to decide for myself who I can or can't take as an apprentice.
Chi sono gli altri maestri?
Who are the other masters?
Well, there's Thorpen the
Beh, questo abbiamo
carpenter.
già chiesto.
He sells armor, but first of all the masters have their houses here, and Constantino's shop is in the underpass to the...
Ok. Parlami ancora del maestro. Quelle informazioni già le sapevo.
Tell me more about Master Harrod.
He's not in a very good mood right now. A few days ago, the paladins came and ordered him to forge some swords for them. They've even forbidden him to sell swords to anyone else. Now he slaves day and night to finish the job as quickly as possible.
Posso comprare delle armi da te?
Can I buy weapons from you?
Not really, I'm merely an assistant. The weapons that are made in this smithy are collected by the militia and taken to the towers where they're stored.
Ah.
But if it has anything to do with forging, maybe I can help you.
Che cosa hai da offrirmi?
What can I get from you?
I can sell you some steel billets.
No, ora non mi servono.
Wait a minute.
Arad. Vendi anche le armi?
Do you sell weapons too?
Forget it. Everything I make goes to the paladins or the militia. I have a commission for 100 swords from Lord Hagen. He wants to equip the city guard.
Sto cercando lavoro.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. Brian will have finished his apprenticeship soon, and then he'll leave the city. Are you good for anything?
If you mean, do I know blacksmith's work?
No, that's not what I meant. Sooner or later, the orcs are going to lay siege to the city, and then the only men who will count will be those who are in a position to defend our city. And I won't take on anyone as an apprentice who will disgrace me by fleeing the city with the women and the good-for-nothings, instead of holding the fort here with the men.
Posso prestare servizio come apprendista? Non sono un buon a nulla.
I'm not a good-for-nothing.
Those are big words. Can you back them up with big deeds?
What are you getting at?
Bring me an orc's weapon. Orcs have been seen near the city. With a bit of luck, you won't have to search for long. If you manage to bring one down, I'll take you on as an apprentice, provided the other masters agree.
Let's talk again about that orc thing.
What?
Your orc is as good as dead.
Good. Then stop wasting your breath and let your deeds speak for themselves.
Ok, fine. Vorrei fare il mestiere di tutti, la missione per tutti.
You've got no business being here.
Mi sa che si è incazzato per il fatto che sono entrato. Esco subito. Via.
Smart kid.
Tutto finito. Fammi salvare un po'. Ancora qua ci fregano di nuovo. Larax 14.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
E signori, io... Momento. Rieccoci signori, scusate. Dicevo, questo luogo ormai l'abbiamo già esplorato. Dovremmo cominciare ad andare nei sobborghi.
What do you want?
I wanted to have a look around here.
Then where exactly are you headed?
C'è qualcosa di interessante.
What interesting things are there to see here?
There's a cat house here and a tavern. The landlord's name is Corvo. If it's information you want, he'll be the right person to talk to. Do you, need money, by the way?
Vabbè, chiediamo prima se ho avuto qualcosa.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
Not long ago, the city guards turned the entire harbor district upside down. They were searching for stolen property. There've been plenty of thefts here lately, especially in the better quarters. They're obviously trying to blame the poor suckers at the harbor for everything.
Lo stai regalando? Chiediamo
Are you
soldi.
giving it away?
Riferito soldi.
No, but right across the street here is the house of Lamar, the moneylender. I'm sure he'll give you a few gold pieces. Just go ahead.
Lavori per lei.
Do you work for Lamar?
Smart kid.
Veramente mi stavo dirigendo
Actually,
al quartiere.
I was on my way to the upper quarter.
Yeah, right. And I was about to board a ship and have it take me to the king for an audience. People like you and me haven't been allowed in the upper quarter since the paladins came.
Sei un cittadino di
Are you a
questa
citizen
città?
of this town?
If you mean do I live here? Yeah. But still they won't let me into the upper quarter. Only the Toths can get in there, or the merchants and craftsmen from the lower end of town. The people from the harbor district don't carry much weight in Kormaris. There isn't even a regular militia patrol down here.
Ok, grazie per le informazioni. Vediamo un altro po' cittadino. L'Elmar, ok, salviamo. Non voglio un prestito, però almeno voglio vedere che cosa ci dice. Perché tanto sapendo che è uno strozzino ci chiederà il doppio di quello che chiederò nel prestito, insomma. Cosa succede?
How's it going?
How much do you want?
What do you mean, how much?
I'm the moneylender and you came to me. What could you want from me? Money, of course.
Prestami del denaro.
Well, lend
Ma
me
giusto
some
per
money.
vedere-
Sure, how much would you like? I charge 20%.
No, non voglio chiedere soldi perché non voglio indebitare.
I'll think about it.
Make up your mind, don't waste my time.
20%, quindi se non sbaglio, se noi prenderemo, se noi insomma diamo 1200, no, se noi diamo 1000 lui si prenderà 200. Esco subito.
Smart kid.
Vabbè, comunque non mi voglio fare prestiti ora, non mi voglio indebitare, sennò poi se ci indebitiamo chi si sdebita più. Questo mi interessa dei bassi fondi.
Really? How interesting.
Cittadino.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Cittadino.
Someone's gonna
Tutti
be
cittadini qui. Edda. Se gli frigo il pesce mi sa che si incazza.
Hey, what are you cooking there?
Oh, fish soup. It's not all that tasty, but at least it's hot. You can try a plateful, if you like.
Mi prepari una zuppa?
Could you cook me some soup?
I cook for everybody. For you too, if you want. All you need to do is bring me a fish.
Cosa mi dici della città?
What can you tell me about the city?
Most citizens in this town are afraid of thieves. Therefore, it's not a good idea to enter strange houses. But if you're looking for a place to stay overnight, you're welcome to sleep in my hut. There's an extra bed that you can have.
Aren't you afraid of thieves?
The only valuable thing that I ever owned has already been taken. Oh, someone stole my statue of Enos.
In caso la troviamo la possiamo ridare. Credo che questa sia casa sua. Quindi nada. Non ha niente di interessante, come dicevo appunto. Però una dormita sai che me la faccio per recuperare quel po' di vita che abbiamo perso. Dormiamo. Forziere.
I know nothing about picking locks.
Ah, ecco. Non so scassinare, logicamente. A domani mattina. Hai dormito e ti senti riposato, grazie. No. Fine. Devi solo muoverti. Ecco. Bene. Ritorniamo sulla strada. Almeno ora sappiamo che abbiamo un letto dove poter dormire gratis. Se entro qui qualcuno si incazza.
I know nothing about picking locks.
Smart kid.
Vado fuori, non ti preoccupare. Allora, la via dei mercanti, vabbè, la via dei mercanti è quella dove stavamo poco fa, insomma, credo, spero. Sì, è quello dove stavamo poco fa. Vedere ancora sta qualcuno qui nel retrobottega, no signore. E questo che è il fabbro dei poveri?
What with?
Non ho l'oggetto giusto. Lavoratore, Carla.
What led you into this poor area? What are you looking for here?
Sto dando un'occhiata in
I'm just looking around a bit.
Ha! Then you better not be caught looking around. It would seem that we have a few thieves in the city who would steal stuff from the rich people. The city guard recently turned the harbor district upside down, but they didn't find anything.
Perché forse si nascondono sotto la città, ma la butto là, Di solito i ladri sempre lì sono. Cosa sai sui ladri?
What do you know about the thieves?
Nothing, but all the citizens are scared and have become distrustful, particularly towards strangers. Don't get caught in strange houses. No one takes kindly to that. Yeah, you gotta protect yourself against thieves. A sturdy cudgel works best.
Puoi insegnarmi qualcosa?
Can you teach me anything?
I'm forging a few fittings and nails and repairing iron parts. But I don't know enough about forging weapons to be able to instruct you. If you want to learn that, go see Harad. He sure knows how to forge weapons. But if you want to train your muscles a bit, well, I can help you with that.
Quanto vuoi per l'allenamento?
How much do you charge for the training?
50 gold pieces, and I'll help you to become stronger.
No, aspetta, fine. Devo capire se allenandomi con lui perdo punti. Come si chiamano? Punti abilità, insomma.
I want to train with you.
Good. We can get started as soon as you are ready.
Voglio diventare più forte.
I want to become stronger.
Ah, ecco, vedi, allora no, non ci conviene, perché sicuramente avremo le persone che ce lo insegnano gratis. E signori, fatto ciò, purtroppo mi sa che il tempo è diventato tiranno, quindi vi rammento, perché lo ripeto sempre che poi mi blocca la frase finale. Comunque vi rammento che il tempo è tiranno, ci vediamo nel prossimo episodio.